I always hate introducing myself because it's almost the awkward thing in the world. It's been a long time. It's been a couple months. I've been out of town doing baseball stuff in Kansas City and stuff like that. Got a major farmer's tan going on because of baseball. I need to start wearing more tank tops. We're going to be changing some spark plugs today. At low RPM, the engine is starting to stutter a little bit. I'm not sure if that is the spark plugs, but I went ahead and ordered them because I haven't changed them since I bought the car. I'm not quite sure it's the problem yet, but I'll probably have to end up taking it to a mechanic because I've been trying to figure out the problem with it for a long time now, but I can't figure it out. So I think the safest way to do it is just to take it to a mechanic and they tell me what the problem is. But we're going to go ahead and get these spark plugs changed. I'm gonna figure out. Now I didn't know how to do this on my own, so I went ahead and went to YouTube and looked up a tutorial on it. I highly recommend Danny Johnson's YouTube channel. Pretty much anything about the S95, Cobras, GTs, he has information about. So go check out his channel. I'll put the link in the description to his channel. Unfortunately, it's just me today. There is no tall guy or redneck with me today, but hopefully in the future there'll be some videos with him in it. But today it's just me. For the spark plugs, I went ahead and chose the V-Power spark plugs from LMR. I felt like they were the best option for me because the car is not majorly modified, but these spark plugs, they say they increase gas mileage and startup efficiency and maybe even a little bit more power, but I doubt that's going to happen. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. Gotta remove this bolt and the one back there, and this little plate comes off on both sides.
Purchase your tracks today.
So you take this cover off, then you reveal the coil packs, and right under those are the spark plugs. Alright, so we went ahead and took the first spark plug out. Here's the, you can see a difference here, the new one and the old one, if it will focus. This one is, you can tell it's pretty old. There is some oil on the threads, but it's not too bad. It could be worse. Definitely the next spark plug change, we're gonna have to redo the gaskets on the head covers and replace the seals that go over the top of the spark plugs.
Danny on the track, boys.
Alright, I wanted to show you guys this little thing I made. This is actually the orange tip from a airsoft gun that I had. The center hole right here is the perfect diameter to slip over one of these spark plugs, and it actually attaches right to this little slip right here. Sometimes they slip and you can't get them out because of gravity. So as soon as you have it on, it just boom, click. If you hear, I didn't hear that click, but it pops right in. So that's a nice little thing, nice little tip if you have an airsoft gun, I guess. All right, all four of these spark plugs are out. I had to move the master cylinder, which was over here in this corner, to get to this last one over here, but the airsoft plug worked really well. I'll go ahead and show you guys exactly how that works on that side. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the new ones in here and then we'll go on to the other side. Okay, we're on the other side now. We're gonna go ahead and take this entire intake manifold off so we can get to this plate right here, which hides the spark plugs. So we can take all this off. Need a 8mm for this bracket right here that keeps the manifold, the upper manifold part on, and then you switch to a 12 for these 4 bolts down here if you have an aftermarket like me. If you have the same one, which you probably don't, but just take this this upper section off right here, from here down to this part right here, and take it off, and we'll, yeah.
3 days later.
Oh, my eyes are watering. Whew. I don't know how loud this is. I didn't finish the install on camera, but everything is in, everything is where it's supposed to be, everything's put back together, the new spark plugs are in, obviously. I didn't get it all on camera because my hands were dirty and greasy and I didn't want to touch my very expensive camera, so that's why it's easier with 2 or 3 people there. And that's why Tall Guy and the Redneck are there sometimes. Or I want them to be there. I want them to be there most of the time because of camera issues and like I don't want to get my camera dirty. When I started up the car after everything was done, there was something wrong. I didn't feel like it was sounding exactly the way it sounded before I put the spark plugs in, which is what you expect. You expect it to run better with newer spark plugs. I need some water too. That bang is just ugh. I ended up calling my mechanic Gene up here at Tire Performance, telling him that I needed him to check out the car before I officially took it on the road, because I am taking the car on a road trip, a short road trip, just to Kansas and back. I wanted him to go over everything to make sure I did everything right. I did hear a small sound from cylinder 4 outside the motor. That got me kind of scared because I didn't know exactly what it was, and I know that he would do a lot better job of getting finding out what the problem is, but I felt like I did everything correct. It was my first time ever doing spark plugs on a car, but I wanted to make sure I did everything correctly, so I called him. I'm going in there at 2:30 tomorrow, drop it off and see if I did everything correctly, and if I didn't, then I'll fix my mistakes. But I felt like it was a good learning experience. I've been really busy this summer. I've been doing baseball tournaments, as I said earlier in the video, managing them and everything, and it's been a crazy summer so far. But I only have 2 weeks left of that, so after that I'm obviously back to school. But I have more time during the school year than I do this summer for some odd reason. I'm working a lot. Until then, I hope to get some more Mustang videos up for you guys. And but Caleb and his F-150 that I did a video on. Actually, my first video, we did a muffler delete on his F-150, which sounds really good, but he wants spacers on his truck. Yeah, hopefully everything turns out good with the mechanic and the car, but I will post videos soon about how everything went, maybe what I did wrong, maybe what I did right. So I guess we'll find out then. I'm gonna try to get a video out as soon as possible with updates, so go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned. Bye!